Right. Okay, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. There. So, have your feet shoulder width apart. Let's find some space. I'm sure you've got enough space around you. Just have your right. That's all right. So just let the hips sink back and down. Just allow your head to float. Just have the chin tucked in slightly. Feel the feet on the ground. Just gently breathe in and gently breathe out. So notice the breath as it comes in. Notice the breath as it comes out. Relax the shoulders. Let the arms relax as well. So you want to relax in the shoulders, the elbows and the wrists. And sink the hips. Just allow your hips to sink. Just turn the waist. Oh, keep going. Oh, I've not disabled the okay. So just gently breathe in, gently breathe out. Just turn the waist. Feel the arms being moved. And relax the shoulders. So at Burwell, they were asking me about broadswords. Because there's a Tai Chi broadsword form. And I'm hoping to teach a short course sometime in the autumn. It will probably be in Reach Village Hall, which is a bit out the way, but so I thought, because I was going to show all the Burwell what you can do with the sword, I'd bring it over for here, just in case any of you fancy signing up for a course. You can do it online as well, but if you are online practicing broadsword, you'd need to be somewhere that's got space around it. And we might, maybe in the summer or something next year, for a bit of fun, we'll do if enough interest is generated, I'll run a short course during Keep Active Ealing. So keep breathing, very good. And we're sinking the hips. I bet. Are they still building stuff? Is that still going on? It's like the War and Peace of building, isn't it? That it seems to have been going on forever, but never mind. Does anyone know when they're stopping? Well, okay. So we're still doing this. Let's okay. So we're turning this area here, and we're turning the shoulders. So the hips and the shoulders are turning, and the knees are staying relatively still. They're maybe moving forward and backwards, but what we want to avoid is any lateral movement of the knees. So you're avoiding lateral movement. We're just doing this, and we're all breathing. So yeah, a few weeks ago, a couple of weeks ago now, I was at the summer school in Birmingham, and we spent an entire day on Tai Chi broadsword. and it was the most fun I'd ever had for ages. So I'm back practicing with it, and it's really good. And I can feel it already, like it's building up my muscles a bit. And anything that builds up your muscles can help with your bone density. So it's just that, and also because we've got a nice big pool and no low ceiling, and if people, you have to stay quite. I'll show you a little bit. We'll do some Tai Chi first, but I'll show you a little bit, and then you know, if anyone's, and then hopefully I've got my friend Tom over there. He makes things out of wood, so he's going to have this afterwards to see if he can make, because everyone's got different sizes, and you get them off the internet, and they're quite expensive, and they're all right for big tall blokes. Yeah, I've got it. I had to bring it across the field, so I wrapped it up in a towel so I wouldn't get arrested. It's wooden, it's not metal. I have got a metal one. But it's, so just let your arms relax and let the hands go. So you'll open the palms, and I got shown a new drill and some new things to do, and a new form, but I can't remember any of it. I just do the one that I was doing, but it's very nice. And Burwell well up for it. So I was like, oh, I just didn't want to keep all that fun to myself. But we'll do it as a special thing, just some basic. So we're turning the waist. So what you want to do is you want the knees to the lower back. Just notice the contact with the ground. So you feel your feet and aim to get the weight in the middle of each foot. So just behind the ball of each foot, just allow the weight to settle. Draw the toes in gently. Morning. So yeah, we were going to be the other way round, but okay, and just very gently open the arms. That's it. So you just fabulous. Right, bounce. Which is about, so just really gentle. Noticing the springs in the legs. So tune into your leg springs. Breathing in and out. So for those of you who are new, I'd better mention the tea break. There's two options for your tea break. You can have it at 11:15 if you're doing the keep fit and want a nice long leisurely cup of tea, which is, you know, recommended. But I'm teaching till 11, and then what we do in the last quarter of an hour, we look at stuff that involves the Tai Chi 24-step form. We're spending 15 minutes looking at the form, and then I'll go and get a cup of tea at 11, which I always knew as 11s anyway, not 10:45s, but you've got a choice and you're welcome to either, and it's all good. And just, so you want to let go of the lower back, just really release the muscles of 4, 3, 2, 1, and shake. Yeah, I had a wonderful time at summer school, but I would have rather we spent 3 days on the sword rather than 1 day, and then the other days we were doing healthy things. very relaxing things, but that was just fun. So we're breathing and we're shaking. So just pay attention to your feet. Let's just focus in on the feet more. Look at the knees and the hips and the chest and the shoulders. And then bounce up and down. Okay, next, we'll just whiz through the rest of the loosening exercises. We've got this one, we go down, we go up, we go down, we open the hands. So, one thing in last night's class, Mike was talking about the quality of expression through the fingertips. So when you're doing this, just for the people, I'm not just talking to a chair. There's people on the computer in my Zoom class. So you're expanding and just keeping some aliveness and some intention in the fingertips. So it's not like a rigid thing. It's not like a tense thing. It's just relaxed but present. Okay, and then turn the palms up. There we go. So we get this nice open feeling. Oh, it's much cooler now, isn't it? It's great. Lovely. Four, three, two, one. Now transfer your weight and turn. Transfer your weight and turn. Just let the arms relax, and that's not bad. Okay, let's just look at the feet. That's a good effort, everybody. Take a slightly wider start, just so we can really tune into the feet. And what we're going to do, we're just going to transfer the weight. So he was also talking a lot about transferring weight last night and being aware of where your weight is, where it's going to. And that's a good thing to focus on because it improves your balance. And it's a good thing to work on balance. So if you just allow the weight to settle just behind the ball of each feet. So I've got my sandals on. So just in between my sandal straps is the balance point. And then you relax the muscles around here. And then we're just transferring. And you should feel a strong contact with the foot that you're standing in. That's it. And we're nice and tall. And what we want to do is we want to avoid leaning. Avoid leaning. So we're kind of and that's great. Okay, now this time go to your right leg. Now turn to the left corner, but stay in the right leg. Brilliant. Then you transfer the weight and you're going into the left leg and you're turning to the right corner and you're staying in the left leg. And if you do this lots of times, you really feel it in your legs. So we're not going to do it lots of times because it gets a bit character building. One of my teachers has this thing that they swear by called 100 Club, where you do 100 of everything that you want to work on, and it gets a bit. So make sure you're turning away from the leg that you're in. So let me turn around. So if I go to my right leg, I turn to the left corner, but I stay in my right leg. If I go to my left leg, I turn to the right corner, but I'm staying in my left leg. Because it can be quite tempting to move too much and end up in the wrong leg. So resist that temptation. And we're... But next time we're on the beach, you can practice this, because then you've got the horizon. I've been thinking about beaches because we've finally got all the numbers and figures for Overstrand. I haven't got the leaflets yet. I'll give out the flyers next week. It's a weekend residential retreat at the Pleasance in Overstrand, although the person who answers the phone calls it the Plaisance. The Plaisance in Overstrand. I've known it as the Pleasance for like the last 15 years. So the Plaisance, and it's healing music and very, very simple Tai Chi and lots of lovely meals. And the Plaisance. Peter Shearer, yeah. Overstrand in Norfolk. It's about, now we're doing this. Let's try it now with the arms. That's better, isn't it? So relax your arms more. Just really let them go. And so it's by the sea, and we do Tai Chi on the beach at horrible o'clock in the morning before breakfast. 7:15, I think it was last night. Terrible. And then we have breakfast, and then it's sort of music, then movement, then music, then movement, and then, you know, it's just wonderful. And it's much cheaper. If you go to the people that train in Reading and go to their residential, they're charging 430 for Friday night, Saturday and Sunday. And including it, it costs 211 for ensuite or 183 if you want to share bathrooms with the others. So it's great, isn't it? So, and all meals. So I'll bring the little flyers when I've actually had them printed out. So, car, or I don't know, you can go to Cromer. I know there's a train to Cromer, and then you'd have to, I'm not sure how you get there. You could probably get a bus or a taxi or something. It's not very far. It's like the next village along from Cromer, which is beautiful. You could even walk along the cliff walk if you fancy being a bit character building. So that's much better, everyone. Very good. So feel the ground under your feet. And then let's do this one. And then we'll do some shoulder things. Right, you're all experts at that one. That's very good. So you just let the arms drop and the legs bounce. Arms drop and the legs bounce. And then let's go from one foot to the other. We'll do this one, which I really like. So this is a recent addition that I learned from the guy in Birmingham, Mark. It's a nice one. It gently warms up your lower back. Fabulous. Okay, and then we'll try this one. So we go forwards and back. Forwards and back. Now, we've not done a rhythm and move since 2019, I think. It's been a while. Long while. So if there's no badminton, then we're in that direction. But if there is, then we're in this direction. I think I might just keep it as we've been since 2007, quite frankly. But we can. It's all good. So just nice and relaxed, we're just turning the waist. I'd quite like to do Rising Coiling Dragon, actually. We've not done that one for a while. It's very good for the lower back, because I've got, again, in Burwell, they're asking me about exercises that are nice for backs, and I thought, what a good idea. So, okay, well, let's do some shoulders. So have your hands there, and we're just going like this. 1, 2, 3, a bit of spinal wave, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Very good. Let's go in the other direction. 1. Now, when Barry does it, he does that with his hand for some reason. I quite like that. I never asked him why he does that, but I just copied it. 6. So if you do it 1,000 times, you work out why. 8, 9, and 10. Marvelous. Right, there we go. Bird folds its wings. So it open. Oh, that's so nice. And close. So yeah, this weekend I'm at Haddenham at the Arkansas Centre and the Arts Centre. On Sunday, I'm teaching a little Tai Chi taster at 12 o'clock. There's a folk festival on. And we're doing... It'll be really good. So nice and relaxed, relax the knees. There we are. Fantastic. Okay, and then Peng waves it wings. So you go forward, forward, and we're opening the palms. So we're keeping that sensation of alertness through the fingertips. Yeah, he was very particular about that. And it's something that Mark mentioned in the summer school, because there were people with sort of wifty hands. And he was like, no, it's like this. And he was quite, what are you doing that for? You know, he was quite, yeah, that's it. That's very good. Right, that was so good. We're going to do the other arm now. Very good. So always do both arms, because otherwise, if you don't do both sides, you spend the whole day feeling a bit wonky. And it's horrible. It's a horrible feeling. So we're avoiding that. So we're just turning. So there's a lot of okay, and then we'll do the Tai Chi goalkeeping. So we're like this. And you can go into a big horse stance if you want. And then you stretch. And then you come back. And then you stretch. And then you come back. Fabulous. And you stretch. That's it. Back. So transfer the weight. Turn. And save the goal. Then you come back. Put it back where you found it. Transfer the weight. And there's like a little bit of a lean thing going on there. Come back. Transfer, come back. There we go. One more time, it's up. You look amazing. This is great. It's a very good look. Fabulous. That's better, isn't it? Okay, hands on the hips. We're just going to circle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And the other direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so yeah. Turn the palms over, sink the hips, sink down. So you're just tuning into that quiet, calm place of stillness. So you're sinking down. Wild goose flies. Like this. And right fingertips, that's it. And there's keep a slight roundness to the arms when you're, or a bit of a curve to them. Last repetition, very good. Just let the arms hang by the side. So we're just going to tune into our posture again. So you're allowing the weight to settle just behind the ball of each foot. Just, move the toes a bit. Let's wiggle the toes. Just to tune into the toes and then draw the toes in, stretch the toes out. Draw the toes in, stretch the toes out. Draw the toes in, stretch the toes out. Draw the toes in, stretch the toes out, and then go up and down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. That's it. Okay. Shake out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Perfect. Okay, let's do part in the clouds. So like this, and then come up, and then around in the circle. Oh, that's it. More time. That's great. Circling the palms, so you come up like this, go over the top. So you feel a stretch down here, then you scan down the front of your body with the palm of your hand. Start here, you lead with the fingers, you come up, and then you go down. So really releasing the shoulder there. This time, have a bit of a turn. Wonderful. Okay, we're going to do those on the those two versions on the other side. So we start just plain, so no turning. Push out, goes up and over. So you've got stretch, and then you release the stretch. That's it. Do one more. Return. And once more. Okay, next. Take a slightly wider stance. Put your hand on your hips or your waist. Go across there. Go one, you turn, hand comes down. Two, you transfer the weight. Three, you turn. Four, you transfer the weight. So we're going to look at silk reading. I'll show you that in the. So it goes down, it goes across, it goes up, it goes across. Turn the weight, it goes there. Transfer the weight, it goes across. Turn the weight, transfer. Turn the weight, transfer the weight. Turn the weight, transfer the weight. So this exercise we do, you can actually do with a sword. I'll show that in a minute. So now try it the other side. Now try it the other side. So we just. So next time you're opening your curtains. Hang on. Okay. Thanks. Well done. Good job. Okay, this time. In part, wild horses made. Transfer the weight. Transfer the weight. Hold the ball. Transfer the weight. Transfer the weight. Transfer the weight. Hold the ball. Move the ball across. So feel it in your feet. That's much better, everybody. Yeah, really good. So we like this. Okay, so a little shake out. Here's a little preview. So you can do. Oh, that's before the sword. It's quite big. So it's wooden. Then you don't get as arrested. So you can that silk reading you do like this. So and having a thing I've got up there, I've actually got a whole load of rolling pins that we've been meaning to do for a while. They've been up there for years, waiting for years. So anything where you've got a weight in your hand and you do the Tai Chi movements, it helps build up your muscle a bit, and also it works for coordination. So you've got just to show you basic cuts, you've got a downward X. So what I did in Birmingham was we'd go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then there was upwards 2, 3, which was pretty straightforward. And then it went like that. We had to do that as well, which I wasn't so good at. And so that's why I'm having to practice in the garden. and freak out on my neighbours. Great. And you can have that one. Yeah, that was the one I learned. So it went across and it came like that, and then it went like that. And then there was this thing he got us doing where you move it around your body and see what. It's very nice. It's really good. So there we are. So hopefully my friend Tom over there's going to make a whole stack of them, and then we can wield them, and maybe you can play badminton with them as well. I don't know, but we'll find out. But they're good for strengthening the wrists and just strengthening the arms, which I think is a good thing. And so I'm hoping at some point within this next academic year that we can do a little introduction to swords, and I better put that over. So yeah, I'll have to practice the form. So I know one form very well, and then the one I learned in Birmingham not so well, because I've got to practice it until I remember what we actually did. But yeah, you can do this. So you kind of cut with your hand, and that's what you do. So try that. So it comes from here to there, and it chops down. It goes from there to there, chops down. So you can even do sword movements without the sword. And what I do, I practice left and right-handed. When we did it in Birmingham, we just did it right-handed for the whole of the day. So 7 hours I was doing sword. Oh my goodness, it was fun. And there were these children. We were in a public park. I don't know how we got away with it. I think they must know. But there was about 40 of us with swords. So I guess that's a lot of people to arrest, isn't it? And there were these children that were looking really longingly at our swords. It was fantastic. And some people actually had metal ones, blunt metal ones, but still that had hurt. And yeah. And you know, it was like, but it was the best day I've had in a while. And I liked it so much. I didn't want to, you know, I'd like to share it around, actually. So there we go. And you can do two swords. Yeah. So I've done a, yeah, I'll show you. I haven't got the two, but you can have a sword in each hand, and you. Oh, it's really fun. So and then you feel like a pirate. It's just absolutely marvelous. So you know, with Eva in Reading, she taught some double broadsword, and you can. It's great, and you've got all this stuff. It's just, it gets a bit silly, really. Not that, you know, but it's very good for coordination. Well, mainly confusing your brain, actually. When I tried to do double, I was terrible at it. I kept dropping them. Don't wear sandals, actually, when you've got a sword, and wear shoes. That's why I want to wait till it gets a bit colder and we're all wearing shoes, because then if we drop the sword on our foot, if you're wearing a shoe, it's better. Although in Malaysia, where, let's go back to that. In Malaysia, where Mark learned Tai Chi, he went when he was 18 and he stayed there for like 10 years or something. And they were training 10 hours a day. So he got very, very good. They just did everything in flip-flops because it was very hot. So they'd have these big weapons that were quite, some of them were quite sharp, in flip-flops, and they seem to be okay. I guess you have to get very good quite fast, don't you? So, but health and safety, wear shoes if you're playing with a sword. So we can do the movements, the same movements from sword with our Tai Chi rolling pin, which is basically a thing called a Tai Chi ruler, which is like two rounded sword handles but in wood, with a ball in the middle that you use for focusing. But you could do the same exercises with a rolling pin, which is, you know, much cheaper. So just get that. Fantastic. Okay, so we were looking at part of Wild Horse's main health exercise, just for a bit of walking before we stop for tea, which is imminent. And then what we're going to do in the, it's like this. So you step, so it's the 4-part walking pattern. Hang on, let me change the camera for it will probably be a bit wonky, but never mind. It's the full part walking pattern. That's great. So you can see the feet. So it's step, heel, toe, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Great. I'll go over here actually. Do that. Over here. So we just step left, step. Oh, now press the foot down a bit, but keep the weight on the back foot. Then you sit forward. This is brand new from like last Wednesday, and I've been practicing it. So I thought, what is he talking about? So you're going to heel your toe, then it's almost like you're pushing, not too hard, but there's this thing, they call it digging in each one. And then you come in, come out. So there's a swing, when you move your weight, you stay upright. Okay, that's so we can hold the ball, and we're gonna, there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. And once more with feet. Fantastic. Right. Let's do that again. That was really good. Hang on. Oops. Put that over there. So imagine you're in the snow. And we've got 6 on. And we've got the candle. Right. So nice and very relaxed. Really relaxed and slightly start. Okay, go. So it's a bit like swimming, isn't it? They have things in the video. I'll never understand much less the cricket and Morris not rugby. I mean, I like watching it. I don't know what's going on. So there we are. I think that's very good, everybody. He's waiting quality. I mean, I'm not saying we're going to display it, but we are definitely. And then once more, actually, let's do another one. That's too much fast, so let's do one more. Brilliant. Okay. Come around to the circle and we'll just stop. I'll change the camera. Sorry for those of you on Zoom for the slow. Right, so here we are again. So we'll do this, and then I think it might be nice for the final quarter of an hour for those of you that aren't drinking their tea. We might have another look at wave hands like clouds and single whip. Actually, we did single whip last night. So we'll have a look at. We'll do the single whip health exercise, so we can, because I got given some new information, so I had to go at it as well afterwards, and thought, right, and the best way to learn things is by teaching it, practicing it, and then teaching it to other people, and then you have to get it right. Very good. Okay, so do this one. Breathe in. Breathe out. So come and find me at the tea break if you're interested in waving a pointy bit of wood about. Um, and then here we go, breathe in, breathe out. Embrace the tiger, return to the mountain. Keep breathing some more. Very good. Okay, let's look super young today. So we'll rub the hands together. And then polish the face. And then underneath the face linen bit, that's it. That was from Eva. It's really good. Good. And then rub the hands together again. And then do that. And you have a bit of a bounce as well. Very nice. It's always good to be kind to your back. Always good to be kind to the back. So here we go. Yes. Remember, we're keeping that intention, like to fingertips. Sing. Yeah, really good. Okay, make this right hand, left hand over the top. Bring your feet together and bow. Brilliant. Well done, everyone. 10 or so minutes, everyone, and we'll do a bit of cloud hands. And then enjoy your tea break. Have support of those of you on Zoom or on YouTube. Have support, son. Do a bit of wave. We're gonna do a bit of wave hands like cloud and a bit of single whip. But we can also do a bit of white tape off the sprue. Okay, I've had a request for white tape off the sprue. We'll do that as well. Right, just change the what's it. Hang on. There we go. Fantastic. Right, so single whip. If you hang on, you come up like this, right hand behind, right foot behind, step back, stroke down, pick up the sock, and then that comes across, and then you're like this. That's single whip. Straight from the front, a single whip. That's it. Oh, very nice. That's it. So we're pushing there. Actually, what if I turn that round? Now, I'm just going to experiment with some. Sorry about this. God. Good. I'm actually making it bigger. Yeah, that's better. So, yeah. So we'll do it this side first, and then we'll do it the other side. So one stroke down, two, pick up a mirror like that. So that is like that, and then it comes across, and then it pushes. That's it, and that's picking up. There you go. Like you've got a sock that's a bit wet and horrible, and you picked it up. You don't want it too near your nose. That was my friend Nikki. She said it's like you're picking up a the sock. You don't want it too close to the nose. So, and this bit, that's a bit like this, and you turn, it turns, and then the elbow drops. The elbow drops, so the shoulder releases, and then you push. That's fresh from last night. So you have it like this, the elbow drops, the shoulder releases, and then you push. And we can do it both sides. So we can do it this side as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can do it both sides. Excellent. So what actually happens? Yeah, we'll keep going on. So we've done single width, and then we're going to wave hands like a cloud. You step 1, 2, 3, and then it goes into single width. There we are. So that's the end of the first part of the course. We'll have a proper look at that next week. Let's have a go for the last 5 minutes before the 11's tea break. Why take off a fruit? I'll just show you that. It's like this one. Now I do the larger version. I do the large frame version. Then you pull back, you hold the ball, you sink back. So this bit's quite good because that just goes under, and then it's all biomechanics really. It's all biomechanics. So I'm going to start this side, but have you step part the wild horse's mane. Open, so you feel a stretch. I'm mostly in the right foot. Close, sink back, sink forward, sink back. So why I take off this fruit is actually from each one in 10 boxing. Oh, we didn't get to do Rising Pointing Dragon either. I'll have to add that to the to-do list. There we go. And we like this. We're very relaxed. Very relaxed. And it's all in the weight shift. Feeling the weight move from foot to foot. There we go. Relax the shoulders more. Relax the shoulders. That's great. Ah, okay. Excellent. That's your favourite. Oh, we better do it again then. Okay. Let's do it again. You can do it. You can walk. You can go to the shops like this. You could just go how to walk to the shops. You go like this, and then and then there's one of your friends who can wave at them, and then you carry on, and then or maybe if you meet up in town, you could walk around town like this, and have a nice chat. Hello, how are you? I'm all right. Yeah. What do you think about crude prices at the moment? I think they're going up and up and up. I don't know when it's going to stop. And you just carry on, and you're doing your Tai Chi at the same time. Oh, think of her hair. Ooh, all that stuff, all that kind of stuff. Very good. And we're all breathing. And you want to really feel that. So you're feeling the transferring of the weight, opening, closing. So it's all very relaxed. So there was a guy in China. Was it? Yeah, and he was a martial arts master, and he'd walk his son to school, just practicing with the son on the shoulders. So if you've got any grandkids or something, you could do this. Yeah. walk them to school like this. Very strong. Marvellous. Okay, that's enough of that. Let's come round into another mini circle. I'll just move this back. That was very good. We'll do let's do, just to finish off, let's do the Tai Chi symbol exercise. And again, if you had two swords, you could do it like that. That'd be good, wouldn't it? So come like that, and then you come around, and you're feeling that weight shift. You're feeling that weight shift. That's fantastic. Very good, everyone. And you can go faster, or we could go slower. Let's try two slow ones to finish. So you're the A display team as opposed to the B display team. And then we're going to do plum blossom falls left and right. Plum blossom falls left and right. So again, that's another one that works, weight shift. Yeah, being able to move is a good thing, you know. And more, fantastic. Okay, triple warm-up. So 1, down, 2, comes forward, out to the side, down, and 3 comes up and down. 2. So this works your balance as well, because you go up on your toes, and it's quite tricky. And don't worry if you end up either falling forwards or back, that's kind of normal with this exercise. Last one. 2 and 3. Oh, and then just own your space. Oh. Feel the ground under the feet. Breathing in and out. Make a fist with the right hand, left hand over the top. Yeah, and about again. Well done. That was even better. Fantastic. Good job. Right, we're all going to have tea now. It's tea time. Brilliant. So yeah, and I'll send you the info about the overstrand thing. What I'll do is I'll put it up on the YouTube channel, but also I can send you the poster if you send me an email. All right. Cool.